EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Bay State in Massachusetts. Welcome to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the New England Patriots. The kicker, Andres Borregales, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Gillette Stadium. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. They'll throw to begin with Purdy. Open man downfield is Kittle. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
Throwing on first down is Purdy. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. That is a big gain for the 49ers. 38 yards. 38 yards on the play. First down.
Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up?
Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And he's into the end zone. What a start. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right at the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive in an early 6 points.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
No, not yet. Hopefully I get me one. Not yet, though.
Now the former Buckeye, Travion Henderson. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Renardo Green there to bring him down.
4 yards on the pickup.
On second down, it's May. He's got his man, Keyshawn Boutte. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
First down.
From out of the gun, here's May. The reception belongs to Matt Collins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It's a big hit for the Patriots. It's a gain of 34.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. All the way back at the 14 now. 2nd down and goal. Working out of the gun. It's May. Open man. That's the tight end, Hunter Henry.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there.
That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Hey, Sean Zucci. Touchdown, Patriots.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence.
Yeah, anytime I go to the bowl, I'm going live on it.
With this extra point, we got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Jacob Cowling now to return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Purdy now, he'll throw on 1st down. That's over the middle and intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety.
Purdy's pass intercepted. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
It's the tight end, Henry, in motion. Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He's found his receiver, Butte. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch.
Goal at the 8-yard line.
Five. Crazy.
Now, May. And he can't hang on. Through the contact, incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches, and I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive and some points.
Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there. Now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal. They send a receiver in motion left. He'll try and throw. Here's May. He pulls it in around the 5. Well, a field goal would break the tie, but instead the offense stays out there. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll go. Here's May. And this is caught. Wow, the decision to go pays off. Hunter Henry. Touchdown, New England.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Here's Cowing now to bring it back. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. First and 10. Purdy. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, 49.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
Get set, get set.
He'll get this out into the left flat. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
A gain of 6 yards.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Watch out.
Here's Purdy again. That's complete to Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And a 49er first down.
To throw once more, it's Purdy. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
Third down. Purdy. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Yeah, you. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Up.
On fourth down, Purdy. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
May to throw on second down. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A pickup there of 28 yards.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
Can't. Crazy. Hey, five.
May to the air once more. That one complete to Hollins. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Here's first and 10. May to throw again. The throw here is complete. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Niners' 2-yard line.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Throw again is May. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down. They'll send a man in motion left. Throwing on third down is May. They're called in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. And they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half. Their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns. Now they can make it 3-4-3. It is first and goal. Cooper, the tight end, is in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hit it up the middle. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Travion Henderson. Touchdown, Patriots. No problem there on the extra point, and the Pats will take a 21-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Purdy works out of the pistol. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Niners first down.
A gain of 12. First down, San Francisco.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He'll air this one out for Watkins. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
Yeah, he got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I really like the job the defense is doing, Mike, disguising what the coverage looks like before the snap and then what the coverage actually is after the snap. And I think the quarterback's having a hard time really figuring out what am I looking at, where are my targets, where's the coverage holes. And I think it's led to some really big plays by the defense here in the first half.
2 first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's first and 10.
46-yard line.
Purdy gonna put it up again. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. The Niners use their third and final timeout. The clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. From the 39, here's a first and 10. Throwing again is Purdy. He'll air this one out for Watkins. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. A big-time play for the Niners. 32 yards.
First and goal, San Francisco.
Try it again here from the 7-yard line. Second down and goal.
It's it.
From the gun, it's Purdy. And he can't get away. Down he goes, back to 16. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Final play of this first half. Here's Purdy. That's in the end zone and intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. We have hit halftime. We'll take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
Project, this ain't what you want.
They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
On second down, it's May. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
And 10.
Out of the gun, here's May. And that is incomplete.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
And he is going to pick up the Patriots' first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
At the 41-yard line.
Here's May again. Forced out wide. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, it's May. He'll find Diggs working across the field. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It's a big hit for the Patriots. 38 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to...
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Travion Henderson. Touchdown, Patriots. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly a first down. So 1st and 10 here now at the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. That's hauled in once again. It's Ayuk. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle on the right side. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing again is Purdy. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. They get 21 on that one. First down, 49ers. They'll throw again with Purdy. Open man's tight end, Jake Tonjes. And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Here's Purdy again. That is caught by the tight end, George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. Now Pinheiro to add on the extra point. He gets it to go, and the 49ers are able to edge a bit closer. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. And in motion, it's Diggs. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
And this time, they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Off the bootleg. Here's May. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
This is a great example of why it's so critical that on defense, everybody does their job. You got a free hit blitzer coming right at the quarterback, but because they don't contain him in the pocket, they allow him to escape, and it doesn't allow that blitz to get home.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down.
Hey, what's up? Hey, Angel, crazy, crazy. Just like nasty.
They run straight ahead with Henderson. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go.
4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
On fourth down, Bryce Baringer out to punt for New England. Jacob Cowing deep to receive it. And no chance to down this one. It carries deep into the end zone for a touchdown. This is first and 10. They'll drop to throw. On the run to the right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
Purdy's pass intercepted. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 38.
Up the middle, it's Henderson. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. You get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. They'll send the receiver in motion to the left. 3rd and short. And here is May. And now he's got a man open deep downfield. And he will score. Sean Fuji. Touchdown, New England. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point. Up and good. And the Patriots will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So following the touchdown, Borregalis is back to send this one away. Here's Cowan now to bring it back. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. On 1st and 10, Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. That is a big gain for the 49ers. 33 yards. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out.
Throwing is Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
Purdy sacked. A loss of 12 yards. It's 2nd down.
Purdy now on 2nd down. And this ball's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield. 3rd down coming up.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On 3rd and long, Purdy to throw. Able to complete it to Ayuk. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
49ers 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
To throw, it's Purdy. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. What a terrific play at the back of the end zone. Greg, that is so hard to do, but something you did during your career. How do guys pull that off?
Yeah, the key here, Mike, is the concentration to not only see the ball, but then you have to feel the ground. You have to know exactly where you are in the back line of the end zone. And tell you what, this is about as good as it gets. Come down with the ball, 2 feet in bounds, touchdown.
Again in the air for Purdy. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here, this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
At their own 35-yard line.
So it's a win for the Patriots. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That's the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Patriots winners at home, as we say so long from Foxborough.
Be having those games where I'm trying to work on shit and then guys start beating me and I'm trying to win, but then I'm trying to work on shit too, but then I'm trying to win. So it's tough. Ranked games are hard for me, even though they don't mean shit. We doing some more though. Need to work on some stuff.
From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get set, get set. Watch out. Yellow. Here we go.
First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45, and it'll be 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Open man, the former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall. And a gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down. Now Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 23. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. They'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down. Back to throw, Purdy. That one complete to Tonjes. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And it is caught. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
McCaffrey is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Again, McCaffrey. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
No score after 1 on EA Sports. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Isaac Guerrero taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Got to find more man coverage beaters in this game because that's really what it is. That's the meta defense right now is man covers. That's what everybody's playing. That's what all the pro Madden players are playing. They're using man covers like crazy.
After the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And this will be incomplete.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Second and 10. Allen. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Here's Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And some room to work. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
At the 10-yard line.
To the air, Allen. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. 1:57 to go in this 1st half on EA Sports. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a 1st, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Now Allen. He'll try to do it himself. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Brandon Cooks from 4 yards out. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Throwing here, Purdy. Now he'll tuck this and run. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 63 yards. And the Niners will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
Pinheiro set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Five wide.
Throwing now is Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now Allen. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. And Cooks has it over the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Allen going to throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they'll run it here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Shakir holds it in. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for Bills. First down.
Looking to throw. Allen. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
At the 49ers 30-yard line.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
A gain of 3. It's now 4th.
Operating from the gun. Allen. Down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, 26 yards. And the Bills have broken the tie. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Here's Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 30-yard line. Purdy. It's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his second touchdown of the night. And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second, we do have a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So we're right back where we started, all even. As the kick not get a chance to return this one. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. From the gun, it's Allen. He gets it to Cross. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back now in Buffalo. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Allen going to audible to a different look. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Now a run here off the RPO. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Khalil Shakir, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. There's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Going deep here for Watkins. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Jordan Watkins, 61 yards. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
What? Yeah. Really with you. I should probably start a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy. All that Drake, you got to chill.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Here comes 2nd down and 5. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's 2nd down.
Alert! Regular.
Allen. That's complete. It's Cook. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Allen going to change the look here. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Throwing, Allen. It's intercepted. Picked up by Fred Warner. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes. And that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major said all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity. Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Get set. Get set. 18. What's up? 21.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Throwing, Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And the 49ers now.
Wow, now embarrassing. You get scared you about to lose? Really? Come on now. Who quits a game like that? That's embarrassing. Don't quit no game like that. It was just getting good. Fourth quarter, tied up. Come on. That's so weak, man. That's why ranked games ain't shit.
A city known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the San Francisco 49ers and the Miami Dolphins. Ready to get this game started? Here's Eddie Pinheiro. And here we go from Miami. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that... is the Dolphins' first down.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's the dream scenario to any contest, and runs like that gets the ball rolling.
First down, and they go right back to it. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's going to be first down Miami.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number one, got to control that nose tackle. Number two, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in a hurry up here.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19 at the Niners' 44-yard.
Second down carry for Achane. And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on third. Waddle makes the catch. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Here's A-Chain up the middle. And he's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
A-Chain again on 2nd. And that one doesn't get him much, even maybe a yard. It's 3rd down. Offense to the line fast.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
3rd down run from A-Chain. And the run will not work. He is soft at the line. This is going to be 4th and short. Offense in the hurry up here.
No gain on the play.
Trying for it, it's A-Chain. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
First play, he's going to throw. Purdy. And his first pass falls incomplete. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. And it's going to be 2nd down. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Purdy now on 2nd and 10. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Those windows over the middle, the congestion, just the mass of people. If you're not on time and on target, you're not going to find a completion, especially on that down and distance.
On 3rd down, Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. And this gets them well away from danger as he is up past their 20. A gain of 15 there. And that means it'll be 1st down, San Francisco.
A gain of 15. And a 49er 1st down.
Again, it's Brock Purdy. Into the hands of Jordan Watkins. Still going inside the 35. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with A-Chain. And he's encouraged out of bounds after that 9-yard gain, so that's going to make it 2nd and 1.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. 7-0 is our score. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They have it on 2nd and short. Pitch in again. And he's going to go down right along midfield strike. He gets 6 on that play. And that is the Dolphins' first down.
That's good for the Dolphins. First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Staying on the ground here with Achan. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Working quickly here.
Back at the 46-yard line.
And stick with Achan. This is going to be down to, it looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's going to be first down Miami.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
21G.
It's Achan on the inside give. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line. His defense all over this one.
It's a loss of a yard.
So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there. Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They'll throw, 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the 49ers work some magic on that return. They took the interception all the way back to the 30. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gain about 8, 2nd down.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. And goes to the hurry up here.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
First down, Purdy to throw. And he brings it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers grow their lead just before halftime. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers double their lead to 14. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And the 49ers rush gets home, and they drop him. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled, well, for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
Caught, nice gain left side. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. That one intended for Jalen Waddle, and it sets up second down.
Jeez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Empty backfield now, running back motions out left. Second down and 10, Tagovailoa. Oh, this is getting ugly early, intercepted again. Picked up by Fred Warner. And the 49ers get it back after the return is stopped at their own 30. It's first and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Chased out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. From the gun is Purdy. Short pass brought in. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down throw by Purdy. This will be caught by Watkins. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. All right, whistles. They've got a timeout. 7 seconds to go in this half. So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34. On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And he's got about 9 on that run, partner. Down inside the 30. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Eddie Pinheiro out to try to put up 3 here for the Niners. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. So before we get an attempt, there's contact up front. Will it make this field goal easier or harder? Last thing they wanted to do was make this field goal try easier, but they were jumpy, and they did just that.
A 37-yard attempt.
Pinheiro's kick is good. And just before halftime, Bronk, they're able to add 3 to their advantage. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Sanders all set to send it away. San Francisco to the line. It's first and 10. Beginning on the ground. Here's Gorindo. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
They got out ahead of that one. A good thing, too. That effort, right? Just that pursuit, that want-to, may have prevented the big play, and instead, well, they nearly got him for a tackle for loss.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Purdy gets this from the pistol. He's got Ayuk downfield. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Outside. 22. Watch out.
the pistol, McCaffrey. There he goes on the right side. Touchdown, San Francisco.
I'll be back, YouTube, and get a valid game.
Name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse. Swoon baby girl I wear out of the stretcher. She be like, you a part-timer, I'm an all-timer. You a viral artist, I will offline you. Stay far from y'all criers. Bar for bar sire. Team full of stars and it all fire. I don't spill words, I spill Berg on a beat. Make a movie, yeah, it's the return of the